Hey guys, I'm back. This video was a little long overdue, and the primary reason is because I don't keep these cards on site. They don't stay at home with me. And I've had cards that I had gotten towards the tail end of this, and I just never got it all together. So I went and collected everything, got them back in one place, went through them, confirmed that every single card is here, and I will show you what a complete 1955 top set looks like. If you're condition sensitive, this set's not for you. Most people, when they do a vintage set like this, they will start out with cards that are not so great in shape, kind of like this Dusty Rhodes card right here. It's got creases all over it, and then as they go along, they'll upgrade it, and that's what my intentions were. Fortunately, I got into the 55 set before everything ballooned in price. So this has probably been complete for about a year now. There are some key cards in this set. There's several of them right there in front of you now. And there are some Holy Grail cards in this set. Clemente Rookie would be one of them. Fortunately, I got that before it ballooned. I probably have less money in this set than what the Clemente I have now is worth. So I did well if I was doing this for investment purposes, but this was kind of one of those sets that I thought would be a challenge to get. It was actually easier than I thought, but the price point was a little higher than I was used to. But at the same time, I felt like they were still kind of undervalued at the time, and I'm glad I felt that way because I've done rather well. So before I start showing the cards, I do want to note that all 210 cards are here, but when I say 210, there is actually 4 cards that are not in this set. And those are cards, this is just for you guys to know, 175, 186, 203, and 209 do not exist. For some reason, Topps did not produce a card. Some people say that one of them was supposed to be Mickey Mantle, which I agree with. It probably would have been Mickey Mantle. Maybe they didn't get the signature, get him signed in time. I don't know what it was, but there's no Mickey Mantle in this set. There is in 56. I have that card. I just had it a little while ago, but I don't have it with me now. But I will go through starting with card 1 and then go all the way through to 210, and then I'll show you the doubles. The 4 cards in front of you are actually doubles. I mean, that was how I started with Sandy Koufax. Look at the creases in that card. I think I paid $50 for that card, so it's worth quite a bit more than that now. But it's a pretty roach card. I was gonna send that in and just get it authenticated on PSA 1, just so I could say I have it authenticated, and then it wouldn't be any dispute. Not sure what I'm gonna do with these extras here. I probably will sell them if there's something I want or trade for something. Many of you guys that follow this channel have seen this card. This is the one I was talking about where I got home and I realized that it had a crease in it, and a learning lesson, check the cards out before you go, but before you purchase them. But it's a very light crease. I don't think you can even see it in the camera there. You kind of can see it running across the Boston logo up there in the top. But I messaged the guy back and I said, hey man, I just realized this card's creased. And he says, man, I didn't realize that. So when you see the Warren Spahn card, that was part of the deal. So it was nice. So anyways, if you want to watch that video, go back in the history in these videos, you can find them. So I will start with the first stack. Again, some of these are going to be loose. Some of them are going to be graded. And when I say graded, they're going to be graded by various companies. If I had an opportunity to purchase a graded card, I did. I still need to go through some of my doubles and see if they are nicer than the cards I have in here. But a graded card would always supersede a higher graded card unless it was like something that graded as a PSA 7 and I have a 3. I mean, I'm not going to swap what I think is a 3 and a 4. So anyways, there's the replacement card for Dusty Rhodes. That's card number 1 in the set. This is what the backs look like. I'm not going to show all of them. Pretty basic cards. Most of the cards I have are going to be in top loaders. There's the replacement for Ted Williams on a PSA 4. I traded a bunch of vintage Star Wars toys for some of these cards in here. I think the Koufax was another one that was in that group. Hank Aaron was another one. So here's card 3. There's K-Line's second year card. This one, if you guys watched the channel long enough, I had a contest where I said I was going to send this into PSA, and then based on what everybody guessed it would come back in, I would randomize the people that guessed the correct grade, and a well-known card channel on here actually won that contest. So I'm not going to name the name anymore. I haven't seen this person for a while. So that one is 4.5. Here's another loose one. I won't spend a lot of time on a lot of these, but you will get to see what a complete 1955 top set is. So there's one of the ones that's probably a common, but you know, I think I have 2 doubles of this card, but it was, I mean, it's graded at, what is that, a 6? I mean, that's pretty good for a 55. It's not the highest graded card I have. I think Carl Spooner is the one that's the highest grade. I think it's a 7 or 7.5. Can't remember, it's been a while. Again, some of these cards could probably stand to be upgraded. When I first got into these, I was just trying to get one of each. Didn't really care what they look like. I know there's one of a Tigers player I really need to upgrade. It's pretty rounded. I mean, you can see like right here, it's got some rounding on the corner, some peel back there. Some of them might have a price, or not a price, but some writing on the back. It was common for people to do that back then, to write on the cards or put them on the bicycle spokes. You guys know, some of you guys that collect vintage or did that. So there's one that could probably be upgraded. It's rounded, but kind of like the look of that card. So it's just kind of neat like that. There's another one. A lot of Brooklyn Dodgers cards and a lot of Yankees cards too. It seemed like those are a lot. It's got a little marking on down here in the New York. I don't know if that's in the top loader or what. So there's another card. It's pretty cool. That's a graded 3. So you can see with the rounded edges and whatnot, it's a 3. It does have decent edging, a little heavy on this side, a little less on that side. No markings on the back, but that one came back a 3. I didn't send that one in. That one, I only sent, I think, K-Line and the Carl Spooner card. And the only reason why I sent the Carl Spooner card in is because I thought it would grade high. So a lot of these prices you see in this, probably not what I paid for them. That's what they were probably saying they were. Need to get a sleeve over this one. I usually put those in those like flimsy sleeves over these to keep those covers from getting scratched. I don't like my PSA holders scratched. Billy Gardner. There's Ernie Banks. I wish I would have kept the other one of these. I had one that was graded a 1.5 or 1. It had a crease going right down the middle, and I sold it for like $40 at a card show, and I kind of wish I would have just held on to it, especially the star players. So, but I mean, that's a 4. I'll take that one. I almost sold the Mays card I had in this set by mistake. I pulled the wrong one, and I'm glad there was one guy who was really interested in it. He didn't buy it. When I got back home, I realized, I was like, oh man, you know what? I almost sold the one that I need to put in my set. It's a nicer card. So this was the card that I got for the Ted Williams, because it had that crease in it. Again, those are very stand-up guys. I mean, I couldn't believe it when I got home. I know better than to just assume, but you know, I trusted them, and it was a mistake on both parts. And they said, hey, you know what? We have this. Why don't you take this one? Let's call it even. I was like, deal. I ended up trading a whole bunch of like 80s, 90s era wax boxes for that card, for that first Ted Williams card I got. This card's got a lot of bow in it. I can see it, the top loader. Might just be the top loader. So, I think, dude, it's kind of weird expression. That I don't know. I think they would have given him a better look than that. So this card's got a crease running across the top of it. You can see it in the camera there, right across his bill of his hat. Sorry if I got off from camera on those. I was trying to look at the cards. Chuck Stobbs. Got another graded card here. It's probably what I call a common. Some of you may disagree. I don't really know a lot of these players unless they're well-known stars back in the day. These cards will ship out and not be at home after today. They will be gone. They will not be at home. Like I said, I don't keep them here. There's the Hank Aaron that was part of that vintage Star Wars toys collection I did. I ended up with Hank Aaron, Ted Williams. There was a George Brett 7.5 PSA rookie in there. There's Johnny Bench 68 card in there. It's a 56 Mantle in there. It was a rather nice deal for both of us. He really wanted to finish Star Wars, and I was into baseball cards and trying to downsize. There's the Porter card I need to upgrade. That was what I was talking about earlier. But anyways, I just wanted to downsize, and that worked for me. I got like 7 slab cards that were all very good cards. So there is the Jackie Robinson. It's a 2. I did send this in and get it graded. So it's a newer Beckett grading. Beckett was here locally and was willing to take them. And it's a little bit of a break on the price, so it's been some time ago. Lemaire, Rapolsky. Not really sure what this is. If it's like book 12, sell for 6. I don't remember what all that was, but usually I bought these cards in bundles from people, and they made me a deal. I know one guy here locally, and if he watches this channel, he'll know it's him. A lot of these came from him. I mean, he sold me the Clemente. He sold me the first ink Aaron I had, probably the Koufax as well. And I really appreciate that. This set was pretty much unattainable because of the Koufax and the Clemente. But yeah, he made it worth it. So there's another one. Spook Jacobs. This is his real name, or this is just a nickname because it's in parentheses, I guess. There are some variations in here, and I need to look at the 2 Ted Williams cards and see. I think there's like a dot above an I and one without a dot above the I. I may have them both. I don't know. I have 2. There's Ray Boone. I have 2 Ted Williams cards. Ted Williams card was kind of one of those cards I've always eyed and always wanted. You always see it and it's like, man, that's a good looking card. And it's sitting right over here. This is the one. I just love that card. The bat swing, the look. I mean, it's just a classic card. There's Al Rosen. Was it PSA 5? Gomez. Sorry, it was off camera. Olsen. Jack Shepard. I'm trying to go fast because I don't want this to take too long. Love the Kansas City. I believe it's the Monarchs in these. Not Monarchs. I love the Kansas City ones. They're really is. So there it is right there. Kansas City, the Athletics. I just love the old logo, and I'm assuming they became the Oakland Athletics. I don't know. Some of these I need to go through and get them in better top loaders, get them penny sleeved. Some of them just came the way they are. Some of them came in those flimsy card savers, and I just slid them in a top loader real quick and figured I would go through them later. We'll still have a Clemente Rookie coming up. Clemente still coming up. Koufax is still coming up. Some of those big names. I think it ends with Duke Snyder. So it's Frank House. I had more doubles than what I have now, but I ended up trading them off to some guys that were interested in the 55s. They were pretty roached, and they weren't real condition sensitive people, so they were perfect people for those. So there's the highest graded card I have in here. I did send that one in. It was at PSA 7. I bought this out of an album, believe it or not. So very nice looking card. Centering was good. I was kind of hoping for a 7.5, but or an 8, but I'll take it. I mean, that's a beautiful card for 55. So set that back here. Okay, so we're up to in the 90s. Is that where we're at now? Yeah, we're in the 90s. Out of 210, so it's going to be a little bit. There's Don Zimmer, another one of my favorite cards. I have a double of this one. The first one I got was roached. This was actually a difficult card to acquire. I don't know why. This one, Yogi Berra. And just so you know, there are high numbers on this. I don't remember exactly what they are. I want to say like 160s, 170s, and up. That Don Zimmer card was not a high number. But man, I tell you, that was like chasing a high number. It's like I don't know how many times I was trying to snag one of those off of eBay or find one locally, and I couldn't find them. And as soon as I found that one that was roached, I found another one immediately. So I gotta get these price tags off all these. There's Bonnie Irvin. That wasn't an easy card to get either. Comes another PSA card coming up. Most of the graded cards are PSA. There's going to be some old SGCs in here and stuff like that. Again, a slab card always kind of added value to me. Kurt Roberts. Another graded card. I won 6.5. That's not that bad. It's getting up there. I still think that Carl Spooner card's a lot nicer than this one, but I think it's because it's so yellow it looks faded to me. Again, nice looking card. I do occasionally see 55s at card shows from like dollar boxes and whatnot, and I always buy them. I think, I don't remember which one it was. I don't remember which card it was, but I just bought one at a card show not too long ago. It was probably in one of the videos, card show finds. I think it was only $1, and I was like, I'm not turning that down for $1. I don't care so much about the edges and corners and stuff as long as it's not creased, and the card wasn't creased. So Tom Hurd was another one I think I had a double of, and then I stumbled across this graded one. All right, and that is card 119, so a little less than 100 cards to go. There's 3 piles over here, about the same size as this. Big ones are coming up. Here comes Koufax. I can see it coming. So, Kansas City Athletics right there. Kind of a lower graded Koufax. It is a 3, but it's a lot nicer than this one, which should come back as a 1. I would still buy these cards today in roached condition, just because they're authentic, and people always looking for these for like starter sets, especially since the price has gone up. I don't even know what this card. I'm assuming it's probably around $1,000 right now for this card right here. I think I paid $50 for this, and then this was part of that Star Wars collection, which I was very happy to, again, to move them. There's your Herman Killery rookie card right there. That was one of the early cards I picked up, and boy, am I glad I got that one early, because that one shot up in value. I don't even remember what I paid for it. There's no pricing on this. I have a spreadsheet that I keep that has all those numbers in them. But like I said before, for what the Clemente card is worth that I have in this set, yeah, I couldn't even, I gotta get that one out of that card saver. I couldn't even buy the Clemente for what I have in this set right now. I'm guessing I have around $2,500 into this whole set, which is not bad at all with the big name cards that are in this. Some people will say if Mantle was in there, it'd be worth a lot more. Well, of course it would be, but I think the set would be a lot harder to attain. I know Mantle had cards before 55. Again, I don't... Didn't he have a 52 tops or something like that? That's really expensive. I consider his like tops rookie or something. I don't know. When you get into vintage, I'm just throwing darts in the dark. So sure learned a lot collecting this set, about collecting vintage in general. It was a lot of fun. I'm just, like I said, I'm glad I did it before the value went up, because I don't think I would pay the prices that I'm seeing these cards going for nowadays at card show. I probably paid like this card for here, for example. Probably paid $1 or $2, and this is probably a $5 card now. They're just, pricing's ridiculous. Demand is high. I know the card show that's coming up that I'm helping put on here in Wichita on the 26th and 27th of March. It's probably going to have some guys that are going to be hunting this stuff, and there's going to be guys that are going to show up with it. And I don't know. I'm just glad I'm done with it. People have asked me if I wanted to sell this set now that it's complete. There's Gil Hodges right there. I kind of wish that was graded. I don't think I will. This is kind of one. Nice thing about these is they're pretty liquid in a set. I do believe in order to get the complete value out of these cards, selling them individual will do you more than selling them as a set. Not very many people are really just looking to buy a set. They're looking for individual cards. What we got coming up here? Oh, here comes Willie Mays is coming up. There's the Mays. So I had this one, And I sent it out, got it graded, and I put it in my set. And then when I got to the card show, I ended up taking this one. And I almost sold this for like $300. This card goes for a lot more than that today. It's probably $500, $600, $700 by now. So I'm glad I didn't sell it. I'll probably let this one go if I can find something that I really want for it. But for investment reasons, keeping that second Mays is not a bad thing, especially for what I got into them. I don't have much into it. Mays was an early find. I want to say it was maybe $150. So Yogi was a tough card. Oh my goodness, Yogi was tough. And this is one of the cards I got from that large Star Wars collection too. I actually needed the card, and he had it, and that's what kind of started this whole transaction was for this vintage Star Wars, because he had a comic book store / action figure / baseball cards, and I said, well, I've got some vintage Star Wars. Are you interested in that? And he goes, yeah. And I said, well, I'd be interested in trading for some baseball cards that you have. And well, lo and behold, that's what it is. Very, very neat transaction. Very memorable for me, especially getting the George Brett rookie. There's Duke Snider right there. So I must have skipped a pile here. So we just went from those were the high numbers right there. But this one has the big dog in it coming. So skipped over a set. How did I do that? I thought I had them all laid out so I wouldn't do that. There's Eddie Matthews. Look at that, $125. I guarantee I've been probably paid $50 for that. It's a very nice card right there. Again, that's another one I'd like to get graded. There's Joe Black. I like that card. I like that right there. That's just cool. That signature run across it. Actually, a decent signature. I mean, this guy, he signed it, but look, he's probably been playing all day and tired. So, Chuck Tanner, Joe Coleman, and there's that one. And then I'll tell you the story about Clemente. This is it. Before my dad died, he gave us one last Christmas present, and the money he gave me, I used to buy this card. It was priced $700. You can see it's priced $700. I paid $500 for this card. I want to say last time I looked it up, it was $1,800 to $2,200. Is what this card goes for in this grade. I'm assuming it's probably more than that now. I'm not real sure, but the guy had this card. It was already graded. This is the guy I bought a lot of vintage from, and I paid $500 for this card. So this one means a lot to me, not just because it's Roberto Clemente, but it's probably the last gift my dad gave me, and I'll probably always keep this card for quite a while. Even if this set gets broke up, that card probably won't go. So let's race through the rest of these though. So it looks like they're all base cards. Pierce. Hey guys, that's what a complete 1955 top set looks like. If you're interested in the card show that's coming up on the 26th and 27th of March here in Wichita, check out the prior two videos. I do have that all linked in there. I did create a playlist as well. Probably should have said this sooner in the video. I created a playlist and just put every single video in it. YouTube's kind of they changed the way they monetize videos, and they make it almost impossible for people like myself to ever get my videos monetized, which means they're going to throw advertisements on it, and then they pay you so much per advertisement that comes across, which for the amount of traffic I get, it wouldn't amount to much, but it was always kind of a goal to hit that number. The subscribers are well over what is needed, but unfortunately the watch hours are not. So I created a playlist with all like 300 videos that I put up, and if you have time, guys, maybe just set up a device and let it run and see if you can help me out. I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, guys, that's the video for now. It's 25 minutes. We'll see you. Bye.